together for the peace, unity, and prosperity of our beloved country. And may God bless distinguished senators of the 10th Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Amen. I thank you all. We have only one page for the votes and proceedings. So page 1715, distinguished Senator Kelvin Chukwu. If we can see your eyes, you may wish to move a motion to adopt the votes and proceedings.
Thank you, Mr. President. Distinguished colleagues, my name is Senator Kelvin Chukwu, representing Enugu East. I rise to move the motion that the vote and proceedings of Tuesday, 17th February be adopted. I so move.
Distinguished Senator Tony Weye.
Thank you, my dear President.
Now, is that your seat?
No, sir. Thank you, Mr. President, our dear colleagues. My name is Dr. Tony Weye, representing Anambra North. I rise to second the motion for the adoption of votes and proceedings as ably moved by Senator Kelvin Chukwu. I so second. Thank you.
Distinguished colleagues, the motion has been moved and seconded. Those in support say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The votes and proceedings of Tuesday, the 17th day of February 2026 is hereby approved. A couple of announcements before I want to acknowledge the presence of students of Plateau State Polytechnic, Barakin Ladi from Plateau State, who are in the gallery to observe today's proceedings. I wish them fruitful observation of the Senate proceedings and journey mercies back to their school. Thank you for coming. You may be seated. This is from distinguished Senator Ipalebo Harry Banigo. President of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Senator Godswill Akpabio, GCON, CON. Notice of formal defection from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, to the All Progressives Congress. I write to formally inform you and my distinguished colleagues of the Senate of the decision to defect from the People's Democratic Party and subsequently join the All Progressives Congress, APC. The decision follows extensive consultations with my constituents, my political associates, and critical stakeholders across my senatorial district. Given the prevailing internal divisions, protracted leadership disputes, and ongoing litigations within the People's Democratic Party, which have adversely affected cohesion, I'm convinced that the All Progressives Congress offers a more stable and progressive platform to advance the legislative and developmental agenda of my constituency and the nation at large. This decision is also predicated on my resolve to join my political mentor, the Honorable Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, His Excellency Nyesom Wike, CON, GSSRS, and the Executive Governor of Rivers State, His Excellency Similaye Joseph Fubara, GSSRS, in supporting the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, to actualize his re-election bids and also to enable the President to continue his evident economic reforms, which have significantly improved the economic situation, enhanced currency stability, and driven numerous infrastructural developments across our dear nation. I sincerely appreciate the President's fatherly role in fostering political stability and strengthening governance in Rivers State, particularly through his peace-building and reconciliation efforts. Furthermore, I remain committed to supporting the First Lady, Her Excellency Senator Oluremi Tinubu CON, in consolidating the motherly role she has consistently played in her steadfast support of the President throughout his distinguished political journey, and advancing initiatives that positively impact the lives of Nigerians. I look forward to working collaboratively with my colleagues in the APC, in the 10th Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to continue serving the good people of Rivers West Senatorial District and Nigeria at large. Please accept, Mr. President, the assurances of my highest esteem. This is from Senator Dr. Mrs. Iparibo Harry Banigo, DSS RS. I would have made a comment, but you have said it all in your letter. Congratulations for taking the right decision. The leader and your colleagues, who I'm sure they already prepared a seat for you, and all others who are going to bring their letters before me today. Congratulations. Well, distinguished Senator Banigo, even if you shake your colleagues, your former movement will be tomorrow because of the mood of the Senate. You know, with the demise of our colleague, Senator Mbigi. But we is also from your state. So I just saw the letter and I felt, since you are such a wonderful woman and one of our best, I felt I must honor you by reading the letter. But the leadership has requested that because of our mood, that we should ceremoniously take you to your seat tomorrow with this distinction, candor. Please bear with us. Thank you. This announcement is from the clerk of His Excellency the Senate President will host the Ambassador of Italy to Nigeria, Roberto Mengoni, on a courtesy visit Tuesday, 10th March 2026. Is that correct? Office of the President of the Senate by 1 p.m. So leadership and concerned senators who wish to have discussion with the Italian ambassador are invited by 1 p.m. to the office of the Senate President. from the President in case of urgency, so that the wheel of governance will continue. Please permit me to read this. Request for confirmation of ministerial nominee. In compliance with the provisions of Section 1472 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, I'm pleased to forward to the Senate for confirmation the nomination of Mr. Taiwo Oyedele as Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. While I hope that this request will receive expeditious consideration of the Senate, please accept, distinguished Senate President, the assurances of my highest regards. Yours sincerely, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Well, in line with our practice and as a result of the urgency, this is referred to the Committee of the Whole for future consideration. Another letter from the President. Request for confirmation of appointment of Commissioner for the Nigerian Law Reform Commission. Pursuant to Section 2, Subsection 1 of the Nigerian Law Reform Commission Act 2022, I am pleased to present for confirmation by the Senate the appointment of Professor Francis Ifeanyi Asokwa, PhD, as Commissioner representing Southeast in the Nigerian Law Reforms Commission for an initial term of 5 years, beginning from the 18th day of March 2026. While I hope that the Senate will consider and confirm the nominee in the usual expeditious manner, please accept, distinguished Senate President, the assurances of my highest consideration. Sir, Nigerian Anti-Doping Center, NADC. Pursuant to Section 15 of the Nigerian Anti-Doping Act 2025, I am pleased to present for confirmation by the Senate the appointment of Mr. Mainasara Ilo as Executive Secretary and Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Anti-Doping Center, NADC, for an initial term of 4 years. While I hope that the Senate will consider and confirm the nominees in its usual expeditious manner, please accept, distinguished Senate President, the assurances of my highest regards. This is referred to the Committee on Okay, so this is referred to the Committee on Narcotics and also the Committee on Sports to jointly screen and revert to the Senate as soon as practicable. Another correspondence from Mr. President. Request for confirmation of appointment of Chairman and Commissioners of the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission. In accordance with the provisions of Section 11, Subsection 3 of the Petroleum Industry Act PIA 2021, I am pleased to present for confirmation by the Senate the following three names of the nominees as Chairman and Commissioners of the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission. Senator Magnus Abe as Chairman, Engineer Jeshi Paul Yaro as a non-executive commissioner, and Mr. Sunday Adebayo Babalola as non-executive commissioner. While it is my hope that the Senate will consider and confirm the nominees in the usual expeditious manner, please accept, distinguished Senate President, the assurances of my highest regards. Yours sincerely, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President, Commander-in-Chief, Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This is referred to the Committee on Petroleum Upstream. We report to the Senate within the next 1 week. I refer it to the Committee of the Whole. Committee of the Whole. This is not United Nations. Another letter from Mr. President. This is the President, confirmation of appointment of commissioners for Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission. In accordance with the provisions of Section 1541 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, I am pleased to forward for confirmation by the Senate the appointment of 2 underlisted nominees as commissioners in the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission. They are Amina Gamawa, Commissioner representing Bauchi State, and Abdullahi Mokhtar, Commissioner representing Kaduna State. While I hope that the Senate will consider and confirm the nominees in its usual expeditious manner, please accept, distinguished Senate President, distinguished senators, the assurances of my highest consideration. Yours sincerely, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This is referred to the Committee on National Planning and Economic Affairs to report to the Senate within the next 1 week. From who? Have I announced it? This is a very important announcement. Distinguished colleagues, I hereby invite you all to the interfaith breaking of fast, Lent, and Iftar today at the President of the Senate's Guest House, 22 Yetsaram Street, Maitama, at 6 p.m. prompt. That's why I said this is a very important announcement. Your attendance will be much appreciated. 6 p.m. today. Signed, President of the Senate. Final announcement. Distinguished colleagues, today, Tuesday, the 10th day of March 2026, is the birthday of Senator Karimi Sunday Steve. So we want to wish him a happy birthday and many happy returns. In addition, the following distinguished senators celebrated their birthdays while the Senate was on a short break from the plenary. Distinguished Senator Hussaini Babangida Oba, 6 February. Distinguished Senator Boma Ibrahim Muhammad, 10th February. Distinguished Senator Mohamed Tahi Mongono, leader, 12 February. Distinguished Senator Aliu Ikra Ibiobis, 13 February. Distinguished Senator Ndubueze Patrick Chuba, 24 February. Distinguished Ambassador Senator Jimo Ibrahim Folorenshu, 24 February. Distinguished Senator Issa Jibrin, 28th of February. Distinguished Senator Aliu Wamako, 1st day of March. Distinguished Senator His Excellency Enaya Hakot Albaribe, the landlord, 1st day of March. Distinguished Senator Abdul Hamid Malam Maiduri Ahmed, 3rd day of March. Distinguished Senator Kawu Suleiman Abdurrahman, 3rd day of March. Distinguished Senator Akintunde Yunus Abiodun, 6th day of March. On behalf of the Senate, I wish the distinguished senators happy birthday, long life, prosperity, and many more years of service to our fatherland. Congratulations to all who have been named so far. May you see more years and more decades. In God's name, amen. Leader of the Senate.
Mr. President, very distinguished senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the only order of the day is a motion standing in the name of the leader of the Senate for the suspension of plenary in honor of late Senator Barinada Mpigi, who lived from the 23rd day of June 1961 to the 19th day of February 2026. Mr. President.
Distinguished, please, just 1 minute.
Okay.
We missed out another important announcement. Just to enable the committee to work on it. So, distinguished colleagues, this is from the President, and it's on submission of 2026 statutory budget proposal of the Federal Capital Territory Administration. So, and in line with the Act, the budget proposal has been prepared on the basis of the FCTA's revenue and expenditure forecast. It aligns with the fiscal and developmental policies of the federal government and the Renew Hope agenda. In addition, the budget proposal takes into consideration the 2025-2028 Economic Recovery Growth Plan, as well as key assumptions of the 2026 Appropriation Act of the federal government. The FCTA is prioritizing improvement in healthcare delivery, job creation, youth empowerment, social welfare services, education, infrastructure, and increased productivity in agriculture in order to lift a significant number of citizens out of poverty in the Federal Capital Territory. So I hereby forward the 2026 FCTA statutory budget proposals and trust that it will receive the expeditious consideration and passage by the Senate. Please accept, distinguished Senate President, distinguished Senators, the assurances of my highest regards. Yours sincerely, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Yes. So this will follow its normal process. It will go to the Committee on Rules and Business to be slated for further legislative action. Yes, please continue.
Mr. President, I rise to move for the suspension of plenary in honor of distinguished Senator Barry Nada Mpigi, and in support of this motion, Mr. President and distinguished colleagues, I say that the Senate notes with deep shock and profound sadness the passing of distinguished Senator Barry Nada Mpigi, who represented Rivers South East Senatorial District in the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria on the 19th day of February 2026 after a protracted illness. Senate also notes that the late Senator Mpigi was widely respected for his humility, accessibility, and unwavering dedication to the welfare of his constituents. Senate observes the long-standing parliamentary tradition of the Senate to honor departed colleagues who served the nation with distinction and integrity. Senate accordingly resolves to 1. Observe a minute of silence in honor of the late Senator Barry Nada Mpigi, and 2. Adjourn plenary to Wednesday, 11th March 2026 in honor of the late Senator in recognition of his contributions to the Nigerian legislature and national development. May the soul of our departed colleague rest in perfect peace. I so move.
Minority Leader.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I rise to support the motion that the Senate suspends plenary in honor of late Senator Barry Nada Mpigi, 23rd June 1961 to 19 February 2026. I so second, Mr. President.
Distinguished colleagues, in line with our procedure and practice, the motion has been moved and seconded that we suspend today's plenary and further proceedings in order to give honor to our departed colleague, distinguished Senator Barry Nada Mpigi. Those in support of the motion and move say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Today's plenary is hereby suspended. May we rise to observe 1 minute silence in his honor. May the soul of our distinguished colleague who passed away recently, Senator Barry Nada Mpigi, rest in perfect peace. Accordingly, the Senate is hereby adjourned to 11th day of March 2026 at 11 a.m. prompt.